And Steve writes in, the NHL draft lottery is fixed. No one will convince me otherwise. In a year that Chicago lose both Taves and Kane, just a little too convenient that they get the number 1 overall pick.
Well, they were horrible this year, right? They moved up one spot.
Intentionally. They were horrible intentionally. They moved on from, who's the dude whose name I can never say? DeBrincat? DeBrincat. They moved on from him. They moved Kane. They moved Taves. Yeah, I mean, their tanking worked.
Yeah, it did work for them.
It was.
They were a terrible team, and
yep.
When you're a terrible team, you have the odds are in your favor. Of course, the Red Wings have never benefited from being.
I actually feel bad for the Chicago organization because, I mean, they haven't won a lottery since 2007. And then in 2019, they had to wait between 2007 and 2019 to have any more lottery luck.
Right.
And that's when they moved up to third and got Kirby Dach. And now they had to wait 3 more lotteries before they hit again. I mean, that's a stretch of some bad luck. I felt bad for them.
Yeah,
so maybe they were
unfortunate. Due. Some teams get lucky, some teams don't. Do I think that it's fixed?
I wanted to chump the draft lottery because we knew exactly what was going to happen. The only thing that's surprising is that the Red Wings didn't move
back.
down.
Yeah. They stayed at 9.
Yep.
This draft looks like it's got some pretty good players in it. I mean, you got the high end of Bedard, and then it takes a step back.
It feels like there's a 1 and a 2 that are clearly number 1 and clearly number 2, and then
there's like 8 or 9 guys.
And a mixing bowl of decent players. I mean, the Red Wings
I think better than decent players.
Well, prospects. They are prospects at this point.
Yes.
What you need to see, well, I didn't say what you need to see. What we need to talk about is whether or not the Red Wings need to pair this pick. Is there a worthless NHL draft value chart? We can see how high up
right.
they can move if they pair. Is it 19 and 9?
I think it's 18 and 9. They have 2 first-round picks, and they have 3 second-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of picks.
How high can they go?
Yeah. Can they package something together and move up? It all depends who Steve Eisman really likes, of course, and where does he want to go with it? Does he can get the guy he really likes at 9? Or he's going to have to move up into the top 5 to get somebody he likes.
You know what the Red Wings are when it comes to the draft lottery? They're Akil Baddoo stealing second. That's the Red Wings. That's the Red Wings are the equivalent of Akil Baddoo stealing second last night.
It's so annoying. It's just so annoying. This was the year, and of course, this is the year that the Red Wings were actually, for a while there, they made it interesting, vying for the wild card spot up until, was it mid-March? They were there, and then an awful stretch of games that they played, beginning with the back-to-back losses in Ottawa, and it just shut everything down right before the trade deadline. It's too bad, right? Because if you're going to be bad, you got to be bad.
Yep.
What the Red Wings are in was purgatory. You can't be in between. You've got to be bad in the NHL to have a chance at landing those superstars. And for years, they were that bad, and it didn't matter. Oh, you're the 3rd worst team in the league? That's okay. We'll give you the 5th pick in the draft. Oh, you were the 5th worst team in the okay, we'll give it a 7th pick. Like, they always slid back. It was never fair.
Gator, I've got this website called Tankathon up right now.
Oh, boy.
And we are 1 week away from the NBA draft lottery.
This is true.
Yesterday, with the Red Wings holding a 5% chance of winning the lottery, I ran 43 simulations before they won.
Yeah.
Should I simulate the NBA draft lottery, which is a week from today?
Yes.
All right. I'll simulate in 3, 2, 1. And the first pick goes to Charlotte.
Ugh.
Moving up 3 spots. Second pick goes to Portland. Third pick goes to Washington.
Oh,
moving up 5 spots. The Red Wings the Pistons drop down to 4. May as well be the Red Wings.
That's not fair.
Draft lotteries are the stupidest thing in sports. I hate draft lotteries. Because you know what? If you think about it, Chicago tanked.
Yeah.
Which is what these things are supposed to prevent you from trying to do.
Right.
The Red Wings kind of tanked. They didn't go all in like Chicago. Chicago just got rewarded for doing the thing that draft lotteries are in place to keep you from trying to do.
Yeah, the Red Wings got hurt because the players were hurt. If that was a healthy team, they could have vied for a playoff spot. They lost a lot of man games to injuries to some key players. You think that Robbie Fabry, what did he play, 15 games a whole year or whatever it was?
Yep.
Robbie Fabry's a big piece to this team, and he was out. Rasmussen missed so much time. Zadina missed a bunch of time. Tyler Bertuzzi missed time before.
Who was the dude before we even knew him? Tore his Achilles, signed before the year. I can't think of the dude's name.
But they had a ton of guys that were hurt, and they had the whole Verana episode play itself out. I mean, they just couldn't get healthy and keep that team on the ice, which is just unfortunate. With
Yep.
So and thanks draft gods for not hooking the Red Wings up this year.
Well, it's nice to see a city that's had such a bad hand dealt to it in Chicago get a little bit of something to rally around.
This is where Eisman earns his money, right?
Yeah.
He's done some unconventional things. Took Mo Seider. Everybody's like, "What are you doing?" And Mo Seider's fantastic, right?
I mean, if there's a little bit of, "Hey, Steve, here's less. Do more."
Yeah. There have been some years where, you thought that there was this great player in the draft and we missed out on him. And did they? Has Lafreniere been great? No. But can they find a way to move up a spot, to move up some spots to get the guy that Steve Eisman says that's the guy? Nobody else knows, but I'm telling you, this is the guy. We're going to move up to 6 and take him.
Of course, Chicago won this thing.